Cool.
Okay.
Turn to a locally owned business and help your local economy. When you
Skip
spend
Pratico,
here, your
Pratico's
money
Landscape and
stays here.
Fence Company.
So how long have you done business with Brillius?
Over 20 years.
Okay. Can you just say, all right, one thing we'll get into the interview is
Okay.
When I ask a question, just kind of repeat what I've asked in the answer.
Okay.
So when I say,
I've been
how long-
dealing with Brilliers for over 20 years.
Right, actually, exactly. So
Okay.
how long have you been doing business with Brillius?
I've been doing business with Brilliers for over 20 years.
Great. So what vehicle do you own now?
I own a Jeep Wrangler and a Jeep Cherokee.
Right. And both of those vehicles you got from Brillius?
I have this my 5th Wrangler from Brilliers and my 3rd Jeep Cherokee from Brilliers.
Wow. Okay. And you're pretty happy with the vehicles?
I'm very happy with the vehicle. I'm very happy with the service, very happy with no hassle-free, oh boy, how do I want to put that? Hassle-free deals that we make, very easy to do.
So 20 years ago when you first made the decision to come to Brillius, what brought you here as opposed to some other dealership?
Scott has been a friend of the family's. I've known him and his mother and father for quite a few years, and he's easy to deal with.
So sound like pretty good people. It's kind of a family-owned business, that kind of atmosphere.
It has been. They are very family-orientated, and they are a pleasure to work with.
So when you come into Brillius, you don't really have that pressure of going into other dealerships because you know the people?
No pressure whatsoever. That's why I like coming in here. I tell them what I'm looking for. I tell them what kind of payment I'm looking for, and it's a done deal.
That's great. And so mainly it sounds like obviously the vehicles are of great quality, but it's really that personal atmosphere that kind of keeps you coming back, right?
It's absolutely the personal atmosphere. The service here, they're always friendly. They bend over backwards for you. Whenever there's a problem, they fix it right away. I'm very, very happy with the dealership.
That's awesome. So is one of your vehicles is a company vehicle, right?
It is.
And the other vehicle is a personal vehicle?
Yes, it is. Personal vehicle.
And so do you feel like, with a personal vehicle, obviously, maybe sometimes there's not quite the urgency to have it up and running the way a professional vehicle is. Have you ever felt like, you really need service done and they can get it done for you right away because you need
They've done that for me numerous times. I've had a problem. They've taken it in right away, and then they sometimes, if possible, they give me a loaner to keep my business going.
That's awesome. Because the vehicle is crucial to you.
The business, any vehicle is very crucial to my business because we're a small company. So if I have a vehicle down, it's very important that I get it either fixed right away or at least get something to get the boys working.
Right. And so pretty much every vehicle you've gotten from here has been pretty reliable though, right?
All vehicles I've received from them have been so reliable I can't tell you. They're just, they're a great, great investment, great vehicle, no complaints.
We kind of lost that last one.
Oh.
Well, let's just go that same question. So, all the vehicles you've ever gotten here have been very reliable, it sounds like?
All the vehicles that I've received and bought from Brilliers have been very reliable.
That's great. Okay. I think do we have anything else we want to ask?
And if there's problems, you're not driving up to Berlin or Burlington or whatever to get, if there's a problem, because you don't have time to do it.
Right.
But I think I would bring something in about buying local.
So, I mean, is it particularly attractive to you that, you're going to a business where you know that money you're investing is going to local people that, and into the local economy rather than just going to some faceless dealership? That really means something to you?
It really means a lot buying local and staying local because the money does stay here in Rutland County, and they support all businesses, as Scott's family has done over since 1977. Is that when he started?
That's right.
Since 1977. I think it's very important you keep local businesses going. And I'm very, very happy. If there's problems, it's a local. I'm not getting in my car and driving 40 or 50 miles. It's a nice feeling.
And so yourself being a local business owner, is it kind of this atmosphere where local business owners help each other, support each other, and is there that kind of community behind it too?
Rutland community is a very tight-knit community, and if anybody can buy local, it's the way to go.
That's awesome. Cool. Good. I think we got it.
Okay.
Currently rolling. Okay. Can you just give me do you do business with Brillius? Like, do you have a business that buys from Brillius, or you just buy from Brillius on a personal level?
I actually just buy from Brillius on a personal level for
Okay.
my own vehicles.
Okay. So could you just start by giving me your name and how long you've been doing business with Brillius?
Absolutely. My name is Bridget Jacobowski, and I have been doing business with Brillius for 25 years, believe it or not, and have bought many vehicles here.
Wow. So 25 years ago, what first brought you to Brillius?
Well, actually, it was a recommendation from a friend, and also have known the family. And I actually bought my first vehicle here, even though my father was a car dealer at the time.
Wow. So it sounds like so what was the first vehicle that you bought?
I bought a 1995 Chrysler Cirrus that was a used vehicle. That was my first vehicle here.
And so the first experience you had here, was it a great one?
My first experience here was absolutely wonderful, and the service here has been great since then.
Do you think that, I'm glad that happened in between, do you think that that first impression of doing business with them the first time, do you really think that hooked you to where now 25 years later, you know, that first experience really carried over and kept you coming back? Or?
The first experience was great, and everything since then has been great. I've actually bought 10 vehicles here at Brillius, and I've also recommended tons of customers to them just because their service here is stellar.
Okay. And so service from the standpoint of if something breaks down, you bring it in, they get you in, fix it, take care of you. Is that specifically what you're talking about when you talk about service?
When I speak about service and Brillius, I think about it from sale to finish. From the time that I first buy the first vehicle, to the time that I come in for service, to the time when I trade in that vehicle for the next one. From start to finish, they keep the job going and they never falter.
Wow, that's great. And so before you started really exclusively buying from Brillius, you know, you said that your dad owned a dealership, and you had probably been to some other dealerships before and had some other experiences. How did those differ from coming to Brillius?
Well, the way that Brillius stands out to me as a dealership is my husband actually recently just had Scott help him with his first vehicle, and after all these years I've finally convinced him that this is the way to go. And you know, other experiences are that they just don't stand out as that stellar service, that one that always finishes the job and takes care of their customers. There's none of that negotiation. It's just we always get the best deal.
And when you come into Brillius, you know, I know a lot of the car buying experience, sometimes people are just put off from some of the pressure of it. Do you feel any of that here? Is there any pressure to buy anything when you come in here?
I don't feel any pressure when I buy from Brillius. I always know that I'm getting the best deal, and I'm confident in their service as well as their sales team.
So they're pretty honest and straightforward with their approach, it sounds like.
Absolutely, they are very honest people.
That's great. And so that brings us up to now. What car do you own now?
I actually own a Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, which I absolutely love. It's a Hemi, and I always enjoy driving it every day.
That's great. It's been pretty reliable too for you?
Absolutely, and if I ever have a problem, their service team is amazing.
Yeah. They're pretty quick. Like if you had a problem today, you could probably get in and get it taken care of fairly quickly?
Absolutely. They are very good about getting me right in anytime I need service.
That's awesome. Now, also it seems like there's kind of, they have deep community roots is the sense that I've gotten. I mean, you've been coming here for so long. Do you get a sense of, you know, you're supporting your community when you come here because they're local people?
I do get a sense that I'm supporting the local community. Another thing that I also know about Scott personally is he also supports the community in a lot of functions, a lot of fundraisers for golf tournaments. He's always out there in the public eye making sure that he's supporting his local community every day.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to support local people and local businesses rather than going elsewhere?
Absolutely. There's been many people that have actually gone to other dealerships to get pricings on Jeeps. And if I hear them say that, I say, did you go to Brillia's to at least get a price? And then usually when they do, when I send them, they end up buying their vehicles from Brillia's.
That's awesome. That's really great. So is there anything else that you think I haven't touched on that really speaks to the experience you've had here and how positive it's been?
Well, I guess one other thing that I would just like to say, to speak about the fact is, if you look at a person who's my age, who's bought 10 vehicles, and to think that 10 vehicles, I have never bought a vehicle from another dealership my whole entire life, that speaks volumes. And the fact that I'm able to recommend probably upwards of 25 customers that have physically bought vehicles here, easy. And the fact that every single one of those people come back to me and say, thank you. You've made me a winner with them too. So, I mean, I think that's great.
That's amazing. Wow. Awesome. Do you have anything else, Abram?